The shocking truth about meditation, most people get this wrong, and it makes it very difficult for them to get the real benefits out of meditation to create a more vibrant life and attract what they want into life. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. Most people get this wrong. Let's dive right into it. If you have not subscribed yet, be sure to hit the subscribe button right over there and hit the bell notification, because that's what's going to notify you for new videos. Subscribe, bell notification. Let's get right to the video. So a few years ago, I spent 14 days in a silent meditation and in a Buddhist monastery temple type of place in Thailand, in Chiang Mai, called Northern Insight Meditation Center. And what I was so surprised about was all we did was meditate, right? You're meditating bare minimum 6 hours a day, but on days where you're really feeling good, I mean, you're pushing 8-10 hours, and they're ringing the bell at 4 or 5 in the morning, and you're up. And so I was so surprised how little they really put an emphasis on techniques. And so often people get so caught up, not just in meditation, but in all areas of our life, thinking there's one way that it has to be done. Just like so many people, even from the perspective of religion, people think there's one way to know God. There's one way to experience God. People think there's one way you meditate and that's how you do it right, and the other ways you must not be doing it right, and it has to be done this way. Right? We do that with everything from how to make money to how to raise children. We think there's one right way. And I think that's a product of our Western mind. We have such a rational Western mind. And when I went to the East, all they basically were telling us to do was, it was a Vipassana meditation, and to focus on the rise and falling of your breath and just say rising, falling, rising, falling. That was it. That was it. There was nothing else to it. And so the benefits of meditation can certainly come from certain techniques or ways to go about it. Absolutely. But there are a million ways to get desired benefits of slowing your nervous system down, of feeling a greater amount of peace, of getting separation from your mind and your thoughts, and being constantly attached and stuck in the thinking mind. There are just such simple ways to do that, and really your goal is to sit down and focus on the rising and falling of your breath to create a more desirable state of peace, of creativity, of connection, of feeling centered and balanced in your power. And that's it. And most people get so caught up, so forget about a million techniques and do you need to do this thing and do you need to do that thing. No. If you want the benefits out of it, practice just sitting with yourself in silence, noticing your thoughts, becoming aware of your thought patterns. We're moving so fast through our world every single day. The alarm goes off and we're basically doing all day. We generally don't even get the time to notice our thoughts. Like, we aren't even aware that we're stuck in the thinking mind all day because we're always busy. We don't have a place of silence for our nervous system to relax, to notice our thoughts, to connect to our breath, and to connect to that source of being, whether you call it God, universe, whatever you call it. Alan Watts says you can't get wet by the word water. It's not the word itself. It's not the label itself. But it's all available regardless of the technique you do. Number 2, everyone thinks they need some guru. And it's just, it's silly. Obviously, you can learn a lot from a lot of people, and someone who's a master at something can teach you a lot. Absolutely. But you don't need a guru in order to get the desired benefits out of meditation. You don't need a guru in order to connect to God or the universe or your spirit. You don't need a guru to live a more enlightened life. What you need to do is realize that there's nothing outside of yourself that you need at all. And when that happens, you start to develop a deeper relationship and connection to your soul, to your spirit, to a higher power. And that becomes your true guru. That becomes the thing that leads you, that guides you in life, that helps you and supports you and brings the right people and circumstances and situations into your life on divine timing. That's your guru. The non-physical intelligence that creates this entire universe. So you may think, well, I live in some little town in Arkansas, nobody, or some little town in Nigeria, and nobody meditates. I don't have anyone to teach me. That's fine. Close your eyes. Rising, falling. Focus on the rising of your stomach and the falling of your stomach with each inhale and exhale. As you inhale, your breath goes out, your stomach goes out with your breath. As you exhale, your stomach moves in towards your spine. And every time you catch yourself thinking about, oh man, I should probably get up right now. Did I remember to pay the water bill? Oh, I should just check if I should pay let me check if I pay the water bill. Then I'll come back and I'll meditate afterward. Oh my gosh, I forgot toilet paper today. I should probably go get that right now I should probably go do that really quick before the traffic gets worse, right? Every time you notice yourself doing that, all you're doing is practicing a period of non-attachment to your thought patterns. Just for a little bit. Don't take them so seriously. The goal isn't to think anything. Now, thinking is going to arise, but the goal is to become intensely present on the sensations of your body, of your energy field, of your nervous system relaxing, just noticing it all. So every time the mind goes this way, you just go back to rising, falling. You don't have to say, oh, you messed up your thinking again. Oh, come on, stop thinking. No, you just go, oh, there it goes again, rising, falling. Oh, my mind, bills gotta pay. Oh yeah, what about that? I locked the front door. Should I check that? Rising, falling. And that becomes the doorway to your guru, which is the non-physical intelligence, your spirit. You're a spiritual being in a physical body. It connects you to the universal power. And then that inner energy flow starts to guide and direct your life and become your guru. Number 3, the third big thing that people get wrong is they forget their breath. They forget about it. They get so fixated on a technique that they're supposed to do. Should I, if I'm not in full lotus pose and my feet aren't above my head right now, then I must not be very spiritual, right? Like, I've heard people literally say that. You're not enlightened if you can't sit full lotus or something like that. And it's just preposterous. What that is people being fixated on the physical body. Right? The goal of meditation is to create space from the physical dimension of life, not to get so fixated on it that you are somehow less worthy unless you can do certain physical things, whether they're techniques or certain way. You have to sit, and if you don't, it's not even worth meditating, right? We're going beyond that. We're just breathing. We're just focusing on our breath. You can get all the desired shifts in brain chemistry, in the stimulation of more feel-good chemicals, relaxing your nervous system, giving you more clarity, having a more focused thought. All of these benefits can come just from breath. So right now, as you're listening to the last couple minutes of this video, this whole time while you're hearing my voice, just focus on your stomach going out and your stomach coming back into your spine. Rising, falling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. And what happens is we either get focused on a technique, a way it needs to get done, or we're sitting there and we just get lost in thought. And 5 minutes go by and it's almost like we were like blacked out for 5 minutes. Like, what happened? Oh, I was just down some rabbit hole of thought. Yeah, that happens to us all the time. People call it like daydreaming, but it's like not like we're positively visualizing our life we want. We're just lost on a rabbit hole of an imaginary conversation with our boss about the things we don't like about work anymore, right? Like, and then every time we just bring it back to the breath. Rising, falling, rising, falling. And what this is going to do is it's going to bring your mental energy, your mental activity focused on breathing. So you're going to create more space from the thought dimension. It's going to give you a deeper feeling of relaxation, a deeper connection to your higher power, just by creating that separation from the physical reality, the third dimension, the thought plane, and you create space. So just rising, falling, rising, and see how amazing you begin to feel. If you can do that for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, some people work their way up for numerous hours a day, but just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you're going to really start to feel an amazing shift into your life. So don't forget breathing. Don't let anyone convince you that your ankles need to be behind the back of your head back here, or you need some guru out in India that is your only chance, or you have to do transcendental meditation and that's your only option, or whatever other things people say you need to do. It's about breathing. It's about remembering and reconnecting to the truth that you're a spiritual being in a physical body. Life is beautiful. Life is joyful. Allow yourself to experience all of that peace that's available to you. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. Hit the subscribe button and the bell notification right over there, and make sure that you download my free success hypnosis, JakesHypnosis.com, to rewire your subconscious and rewrite your limiting beliefs to attract what you want into your life. JakesHypnosis.com. I'll see you on the next video.